So, on to the next game. We are going to break down the New York Jets going against the Buffalo Bills. Whoo! Scratch my throat on that one a little bit because I don't know what side I'm going to choose. I feel like if I choose wrong, it's going to be bad, but the Jets really showed they're coming into this season different than last season. The Bills clearly showed we're the same team from last season that went to the AFC Championship game, and we're focused more than we were last season. So, I think this entitles a possible dark horse game of the week. I'm going to give the Buffalo Bills versus the New York Jets the dark horse game of the week simply because Justin Fields played great last week in a loss. That defense that is supposed to be a top defense of the New York Jets lost to Aaron Rodgers. There's fire there. Now, Buffalo, we don't need to add any fire to Buffalo. Buffalo is focused. Buffalo's so focused. They were down last week in a game going against Lamar Jackson, Derrick Henry, Zay Flowers, who all wilded out and said, all right, let's turn it up now. To look at what the Bills are on, Bills are flaming hot. After one game into the season, we know that they're ready for the playoffs. We expect them to be ready for the playoffs. Now, the Jets looked good in a loss. But in a loss, we need to see more. I mean, it was okay that they lost. It was week 1. You guys are building. But now we need to see a little bit of consistency with the New York Jets. Now, I say consistency because that was a great game and you lost. Most games you score 30, your defense should be able to hold up the opposing offense. They weren't able to hold up an opposing offense with the quarterback that they had last year. Now, I don't know if anybody at the Jets took that personal, but you should have. I get it. Boswell hit a 60-yarder to win the game. I get it. You guys still kind of showed out. And it's week 1. But this week, you guys have a real test. This week, this isn't 40-year-old man Rodgers. This week is the reigning, defending, undisputed MVP. The football god spoke last week. Josh Allen deserved the MVP. I don't want to hear it anymore. But looking at what the Jets can actually bring to the table, I expect the Jets to run the ball. I expect the Jets to be able to pass this connection of Justin Fields and Garrett Wilson. I loved it. I loved it watching him throw that ball in the corner. That's my guy. I expect him to be there. That's a little bit of that connection that we want to see. Now, defensively, for the Buffalo Bills, Justin Fields is a step down from Lamar Jackson, but he's not that much of a step. I mean, athletically, he's not that much slower than Lamar. He's a quarterback who can run. I don't know if we've seen Justin Fields' full ability as a runner yet, but Buffalo, it's a good test for you guys to know. I mean, we guess we got to keep the same game plan. We're going to go against another runner, another top-tier runner. I mean, the Bills got some work to do. And after last week, you guys should be amped. This rag is fucking tight. And after last week, you guys should be amped, coming off a great fourth quarter. Now, I did hear Ed Oliver is ruled out. Eddie, yo, get your ass on the field, bro. You put together an all-pro performance week 1. Don't get off the list because of some injury. I don't know what the injury is, but we're going to have the conversation of hurt players and injured players soon. But back to the Bills defense, led by next week Matt Milano, led by Bernard, we're going to go with Rousseau on the D-line. No disrespect. You guys have another task ahead of you with Justin Fields. This task with Justin Fields is not a simple task because this offense looks like the offense last week. They had a great runner, they had a great receiver, and they had a quarterback that you are going to have to challenge. So defensively, for the Bills, defensively, it's great to be tested like this early. It's great to get those juices flowing, that energy flowing. I loved what I saw last week from you guys. And coming to the Jets, you guys got the MVP. You guys have the MVP. How do you deal with the MVP? I don't know. Josh Allen looks unstoppable sometimes. He just does. There's not a receiver that you're going to go, hey, double Kincaid and force all the other. It doesn't matter with him. Doesn't matter. Keon Coleman had over 100 yards, but if he doesn't catch that fourth down, nobody goes over 100 yards. Everybody's eating 8 targets, still hitting Kincaid for a touchdown. There's no weakness to Josh Allen. Now, what the Jets can do, and what I think the Jets have been doing, has been to draft defensive players to play the likes of Josh Allen. And for the Jets defense, last week it was old man, 40-year-old Mr. Rogers. This week it's the reigning, defending MVP of the league. I expect them to show up. Don't get me wrong. I expect them to show up. But I expect Josh Allen to meet every obstacle that comes in his way. Especially when he's waiting for that match versus Pat. And I don't mean in the regular season. I mean in the post. Josh Allen gives me the feel, yeah. I need to hurry up and get to the playoffs. Can it be January already? I need to play this guy so I can beat him and I can finally get some sleep. That's the feel that Josh Allen gives me. Josh Allen gives me the feel of some guy who's forcing himself to. So that's the breakdown of what I think both teams need to be looking at. Now, when we break down this game, expect Josh Allen to win. I expect Josh Allen to hold his team accountable offensively and defensively. Whether they're down in the fourth, whether they're up in the fourth, they have all the tools that they need to win the game. Now, can the Jets make it competitive? I expect them to. Can Coach Glenn actually coach a team to beat a team that is possibly a Super Bowl contender? I like that question because I like how they played Pittsburgh last week. Pittsburgh is a playoff team that we know is always going to give themselves a chance. We didn't know what to expect from the Jets last season or coming into this season. So coming in, giving them a great matchup, there is room to grow. Now, you look at the stats, you're like, how much can they grow? If they can grow from what they did last week, this is going to be spectacular. And so it's a lot. But I would love to see Justin Fields get a connection with somebody else. I would love to see that defense buckle down to try to be a mid to top tier defense that they were last year. Now, understanding the coaching is not there. The coaches put the players in positions to be great, but they have the talent. They have the talent from DB with Sauce Gardner to linebacker to defensive tackle, one of the best defensive tackles in the game in Quentin Williams. So I'm very intrigued with this game. I like this game. Dark horse. This might be the game that I got to watch just because 1 o'clock, I'm going to be antsy. I'm waiting for 4 o'clock. All these games is cool and all, but I'm waiting for 4 o'clock. Up next, we have the Dallas Cowboys and the New York Giants. We're going to break down this NFC East rivalry. I guess we're not going to call it a rivalry in 2025. This is the bottom of the division. We can't do that. We can't do that. Until you guys earn the respect and say, hey, we're here to play. We can't call teams going against the New York Giants a rivalry. Sorry. That was Blirt TV. We gon' run it.